Thinking in points is like thinking in separated pieces of data. You say one thing and then expect a harmony in something else, in what then in a higher sense is appreciated as music, like how language is. But the truth doesn't necessarily work only in these terms, because they are continuous forms of understanding, like what language reduces into, or what picturing and imagination reduces into as a awareness of the fact of, as the awareness and ready to handness of the primed semantic content that is ready to hand in the same way as a concept that you have learned to work with is ready to hand in your phenomenology as already structured to be picking out those relevant aspects according to the conceptual content that matters for the schema. And so if we also have schema expansion beyond this paratactic point for point sense making, then we can have a larger sense of language that isn't contained by a linear grammar, but that has the aspects of yantricism with it, like how you can stare at a mandala or a kind of geometric structure and learn something about the ontology of being and how your phenomenology interacts with the given content of ontology as ontology reacting to ontology in you, which culminates in something higher than is at first appreciated. In that sense, it's a use of meta rationality in coming to schema formation without schema formation already by what induces a schema from without of schematism as the effect itself, becoming different unto the effect of itself in semantic terms also, as is what must have happened for the being of Dasein in the case of the first capitalism, which was not exploitative, as the becoming aware of cells, the single individual cell, the first one in some sense. Yeah. So, what do we take away from this? That ontology is a very weird circle that likes to jump into itself and go out of itself relative to finite moments within itself, and then enjoys the saturative effect of more or less relative to things of its kind. And it makes language and it makes all these things, but from what is a greater continuity than is interrupted in extension alone by the cleaving off from one body from another, like in the case of being born.